Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. Today we are looking ahead to today's slate for the 27th of May for the WNBA. We have a nice five-gamer today. As normal, if you guys go ahead and enjoy the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. Shows support for the video and also for the channel. And also, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button for more WNBA line of advice videos. And also, we do MLB and NBA as well. So, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Would definitely help me out as well. About 35% of you guys are still not subscribed. So, like I said, shows thanks to the channel if you guys do that. So I appreciate that. Anyway, for the most part, WNBA for premium we haven't lost yet. I don't have all the screenshots, but we're like what 6-6 or 7-7. And it's going pretty well so far. So this is the last slate, which was on Sunday because I didn't have anything on Monday. I scored a 199.4. So not too bad. And then, like I said, this is a one from what I think a couple days ago or so. But this is also from one of our subscribers as well. One 202, just about a week and a half or so ago. So not too bad. Like I said, it's only $15 for the entire month. You get 1 to 2 lineups per day, and like I said, we have not lost yet. If you guys want to go to our Twitter, that's where we post all of our winnings and stuff like that. So that's the best ways to follow us. Our Twitter will be, and also if you guys want to message us, get set up for premium or even just free advice, follow us over there. Like I said, we'll help you guys out a lot. If you guys, need help on who to pick for the day, we'll definitely help you out as well. So like I said, premium's only $15 for an entire month. That's literally less than um, 2 cups of coffee for the month, less than gas, less than food. Give us a shot. $15. You can't go wrong. It's one of the cheapest in the business, and a lot of people don't really do WNBA, so let us do it for you. So, all right, with that all being said, let's get into the games here. So WNBA plays a little bit different than NBA. Obviously, skill level is a little bit different, so we'll get into it. So, so we have Golden State Valkyrie taking on the New York Liberty. So Valkyrie is the new WNBA team, and then Liberty is one of the best teams in the league, up there with the Aces the last couple of years. So we have a 162 and a 17 and a half. That's massive for sorry for WNBA. So yeah, let's get into it here. Let's go look at the lineups because, like I said, a lot of you guys don't know the lineups here. So we have Burton Hayes, his game time decision. She did not play last time, so she doesn't play here. That's going to change things up a little bit. Same thing as Malik Billings. So Billings and Hayes are kind of the veterans on the team. If they're both out again, then like I said, it definitely changes things up. So if they're both out, I'll probably have to play 1 or 2 Golden State, even though I don't really want to. It's just value. Like Burton's probably gonna, be an all right value at 22, 23 fantasy points. Um, Thornton's another one that is the veteran, one of the veterans on the team. And like I said, if they're all out, she's gonna have to step up a little bit. Thornton's not really a big offensive player; she's more of a defensive player. But when she needs to be, she can. So as you can see, she's doing pretty good, 33 and 37. I would not pick her tonight. Like I said, it's just odds are against them here. Just not the greatest matchup for them. Just because, like I said, New York is one of the best teams out there. I don't mind, like I said, Veronica Burton at 5,300. She should get me 23 fantasy points in this one. Flipping over to the New York side, I really don't mind some Kennedy Burke. Burke's been playing some really good minutes off the bench at 4,600. So you could definitely look at her. Only had 11 fantasy points, but had 28 real points. So I think she's worth a look. She is up there in her price, though. But like I said, if they blow them out, maybe Burke gets some extra run here. We'll have to see. So the main ones for Liberty, like Stewart, Jones, they're all good catch game plays, but I'm not really going to have any of them in this one. If Tiffany Hayes and Billings are out again, I'm not even going to pronounce her name, but we're going to go to, I don't mind going back to her in this one. With both of them being out, I don't mind her. Wait, sorry, this is the wrong one. I'm so sorry. There she is. This is the one I'm thinking of. And once again, I'm not going to pronounce her name. So yeah, this is the one that I would rather pick here for Golden State. She's been pretty good. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 10 points, 4 rebounds. I think she's probably going to get you around 20 to 23 fantasy points here. I don't expect that big 36. Like I said, New York's a lot different team, so yeah, so Janelle, that's her name. So we'll go with Janelle. I really don't mind her, especially Billings is out. If Billings and Hayes are like in, I'm probably not really gonna touch any of these Golden State people. But if they're both out, Like I said, probably her and Veronica Burton are probably my two. And then over here on the New York side, maybe Kennedy Burke and GPPs, and then the rest of them are they're just there. All right, moving on. We have Dallas and Connecticut. So both these teams, if I'm not mistaken, have not won a game. Or they're really bad. I do remember that. 162 and a 4.5. So, like I said, I know for sure Connecticut has not won. I'm gonna give the edge to Dallas for sure in this one. So I really don't mind this one. We got Paige Buckers. She's one of the young stars of the game. She's looking really, really solid to start the year. I really don't mind her at 6'6", solid cash game play. Moving over here on the Connecticut side, Lindsay Allen's the only one that's questionable, but Connecticut, Sheldon, Marbury, Rivers, Tina Charles, and Nelson. So I don't know much about Sheldon. Rivers is all right, but for the most part, Connecticut, this team sucks. Marbury's all right. Tina Charles is getting, but this team's terrible. If I had to pick anyone, probably Marbury. She's probably the main one. She's put up the most shots. She's literally doing everything for this team. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 22, 8, and 6. So at 6'2", I think she's probably your best bet for, 28 to 30 fantasy points. I don't want a ton, like I said, from this Connecticut team, but I don't mind them. So Paige, Marbury, probably my two that I'm liking. And honestly, that's probably it for now. I don't really have anyone else. Like Rivers could be worth a look, but she's not really anymore. I mean, like I said, she definitely relies on her blocks and steals. So if she don't get that, she's kind of in trouble. So, yeah, Paige and Marbury. That's it from this one. I just don't. I mean, these teams are so bad that I just don't have anyone else. You could look at Abengeli if you want to, but even she's been weird. Yeah, she hasn't been great. Let me see. All right, so that's the other thing that I wanted to mention. So let's say, so Hines Allen's questionable tonight. Here for Dallas, she's one of the main forwards over there, and if she's out, I'm very intrigued to see what they do. Because like I said, she only played 12 minutes last game, so she was obviously hurt. So I think the two to look at here is McCowan and Maddie. So I'm really intrigued to see what they do if Hines Allen's out. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put McCowan there in the starting lineup. She's been there for a while. She's one of their big anchors, but they're giving her like the Hassan Whiteside treatment, and like the Ware treatment of the NBA. They just play her and then they don't play her. So only if Hines Allen McCowan's starting, that's the only way that I'm gonna play her. Um, if Hines Allen is out again, Maddie Segrist, solid option off the bench. I don't think she'll start. I think they'll give it to McCowan. But Maddie off the bench is really good. If she starts, then sure, put her in there. I wouldn't like McCowan would be a little less, but yeah, Maddie's looking good. Even if Hines Allen does play, and then if Hines Allen doesn't play, like I said, McGowan down there. And that's mostly it. So keep an eye on that one. That's a half decent injury to look at. All right, Seattle and Minnesota. We're gonna go through it a little bit quicker. 156 and a 7.5 spread here. So I'm actually surprised that it's a 7.5. Seattle has a really good team, and they just blew out the Aces. So very interesting to me. I really don't mind it here. I mean, Skylar Diggins didn't look good last game, but I could expect a rebound here at 7,500. She only had 20, but another, like I said, another good spot here. Courtney Williams, Gabby Williams, they're both all right options. For Minnesota, I'm very intrigued, though, because they got Kayla McBride back in here. She's going to be starting. I don't think she's going to have a minute restriction. And Kayla McBride is a really good ball player. So at 5,200, if she has no limitation and she's starting, Kayla McBride's probably one of the better mid-range plays. She can get you probably 25 at least if there's no limit restriction. Nafisa Collier, once again, a solid option. You can look at Awunuke. I mean, both of them are just really good plays. I mean, I'd probably go to Nafisa Collier, but like I said, they do have McBride back, but I think that could help out Nafisa Collier a little bit. She went off with 66 last time out, so once again, a lot of these plays are just good cash games plays, like Smith, Abunike, Magabor, Collier. They're okay cash game plays. Do we have to have any of them? No, but they're good plays, But yeah, I don't really have any must needs over here, but they're all good cash game plays. All right, sorry about that. Chicago and Phoenix is our next one. We have a 158 and a 6.5 spread here. So Phoenix is, like I said, a pretty solid team and a pretty good defense as well. So not too into Chicago in this one. If you had to pick anyone, like I said, Elisa Thomas, she's always good for almost a triple double at 7,900. So not a bad spot. I don't mind Sabali here. I'm not too afraid of Chicago's interior defense. She hasn't been great the last two, but I think she could get back to LA and Seattle easily. So at 7-8, really don't mind looking at her. Angel Reese is another one, 6,800. Her offense is still kind of all over the place, 5 for 11, but she's had 35.4. So she needs to, turn up that offense. But like I said, Phoenix is one of the better teams in the league on the defense side for DVP. So Chicago people really want here. Cadorso, she's not bad, but she really struggled in foul trouble last time out. Only had 19 minutes, but yeah, I'm not really feeling a ton of these Chicago people. So Salabali, Alyssa Thomas, both of them are in play for me. Um, you could go GPP with Sammy Whitcomb if you want, but Monique, she came back in the starting lineup at only 4,100. Um, so she starts again at 4,100. I mean, that's almost like cheap right there. I mean, it's almost a giveaway at 41. So don't mind looking at her. Held not into Sammy Whitcomb, not really into them with Monique being back. So that's kind of what we're looking at. A couple Phoenix people, but that's really it. All right, last but not least, we have Atlanta and LA. We have a 162 and a 2.5. So this is probably the better game to look at here, and where I'm gonna probably have a lot of my picks. So let's go look at the lineup here. For the most part, both these teams are going to be healthy. Rakea Jackson's going to be back after 3 games. Brittany Griner is out again, so Nia Coffey's probably going to get the start. We'll talk about that here in just a second. So yeah, let's go look at it here for LA. I'm not too afraid of Atlanta. I think LA should be able to take this game here. Kelsey Plum at 74, solid option. I mean, she's just been a really good cash game play. Not really GPP upside, but more of a cash game play in this one. Howard, Gray, they're okay options, but I don't really have them. I really think Hamby and Stevens should be able to eat here because, look, Griner's gone. If Brianna Jones gets into foul trouble, I mean, you got Nia Coffey, which she's old, and then you got Hillman down here, and we'll talk about her in a second. So I really don't mind Hamby and Stevens. I mean, both of them. I think LA has a really good, front court for sure. Hamby absolutely popping off. Like I said, she's good in the blocks and steals, so that's not the easiest spot there for Brianna Jones. And Brianna Jones is literally all they have, for the most part, because Griner's out. Stevens again popped off, another good option. Like I said, I think they're both really good plays. And then you got Nia Coffey again. I think she's in a good spot here, but I don't know if she's going to do what she did last time against Connecticut. Got to remember, Connecticut's a really bad team, and the Sparks aren't that bad. So I don't expect the big one from her. I mean, if anything, you guys can go to Naz Hillman. It's risky, but she's $3,100, and like I said, Atlanta doesn't have a lot of centers. They played her 29 minutes last time out. So if Griner's out again, which she is, and let's say Coffey or Brianna Jones, one of them gets in foul trouble, Hillman's literally the next one off the bench. So at 3,100, that's literally almost a steal. I'm not on Sarah Barker tonight because of Jackson's back, but on the flip side, Jackson, I think she's a really good option here. She's only $5,000. She hasn't really played yet. The one game that she played, like I said, was the Valkyries. She had 13, 5, and 3, and then she's kind of been injured ever since then. So at 5,000, I think she could be 22 to 25 fantasy points, and she's not too bad of an option either. So, all right, let's go plug in a couple players for you. Like I said, sorry it was a little all over the place, a new sport, so I'm still trying to learn everybody in the positions. All right, so guards-wise, I don't really need any of these. Like I said, they're all good plays, but I don't really need them. I think I'm going to go look at Paige, though. Paige is in a pretty good spot. Like I said, if I can get Marina Marbury, that would be awesome, but she's just so expensive. And like I said, Veronica Burton, depending on what's going on with the injury news, I really like her. If you don't want to go Burton because she's playing a really good team, you could take a shot with Kayla McBride, but we don't know how many minutes she's going to play, so that's the only bad thing there. Like I said, there's a Monique again at 4,100. Really don't mind looking at her. Um, Another one you can look at as Papiano. I think that's how you say her name. She's not really an offensive player, but she's bare cheap at 4,100. I guess not bare cheap, but she's, I can see her getting 18 to 20 fancy points in this one. So another okay option to look at. Caldwell. So Caldwell's an interesting one that I totally forgot to bring up to you guys. Yeah, so Caldwell's going to be interesting. So Papiano is back, so that means Caldwell's probably going to move to the bench. But Caldwell looked really solid last time out, and if Atlanta Dream struggles a little bit, they're going to want to probably bring her in here. So even at 3,700, I think she can get you probably 14 to 17 fantasy points, which is not too bad in the WNBA. So not my favorite play, but if you need to go down there, you can definitely look at Caldwell. And then over here, I think Nafisa Collier is probably one of my favorite plays. If you can't get to her, Salabali, I really think she's going to pop off here. Hamby and Stevens, as I mentioned, I really like both of them. Angel Reese, probably, like I said, 28 to 30 in this one. Like I said, you got Jackson at only 5,000. Really don't mind looking at her. I'm just plugging in people. And like I said, guys, keep an eye on the Dallas side. If McCowan starts, really don't mind putting her in there. Then you got Maddie as well at only 4,500. She's another good play. Like I said, keep an eye on Hines Allen. And like I said, that could open up a little bit here. And like I said, keep an eye on the Golden State news with Billings as well. So, all right, guys, once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. A little bit longer than normal. If you like, enjoy the video, leave a like. Like I said, we have premium. That'll be in the comment section below. Click that link and we'll get you guys all set up. All right, once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one.